Here's to keeping promises to ourselves. Hello my friends, and welcome to the official March 2024 reset video. I'm Cassie and I make these videos every month. They're some of my favorite videos to make. They include me A, getting stuff done, and B, setting some goals and intentions in Notion, which you'll see later. It's always timestamped, so if you want to skip around, feel free. But this is just kind of a monthly day or couple of days for me to reassess where my life is at, what's going on, do I feel like things are on track, are there things that I feel like need to change. And this is truly something that has genuinely changed my life for the better. This video marks the official 1-year anniversary of my reset videos. The very first one I did was March 2023. I can genuinely say after a year of doing these, my life has changed for the better, and I feel much more intentional about the way I lead my life. And that doesn't mean that everything is fixed and perfect all the time. As you will know if you watch my videos, I'm very candid about mental health and how things are playing out. As you'll see, I do it in a very bite-sized way, taking a few things at a time, and it's really helped. So yay. We've got a couple things to get done in this March reset video. I'm starting this afternoon. It's almost 3 right now, so I'm making myself a little bit of green tea as a little pick-me-up because I'm about to do a little bit of meal prepping for the week ahead. I'm trying out a new thing where I cook one big dish that I can kind of easily tap into throughout the week. So today I'm making a quiche, and I'm also gonna make a little veggie kind of ranch dip situation, which will be very easy and fast. We're gonna do that. I think I've got a little bit of cleaning I want to do, and then probably tomorrow we'll get to goal and intention setting. Happy you're here. I already made a pie crust this morning because it has to go in the fridge for a while. Now I just need to prep my ingredients that are going in the quiche. So I'm trying something I haven't tried before. I'm gonna make a mushroom spinach sausage quiche, but I think it's gonna be pretty easy. I just need to chop up all my mushrooms and combine all my ingredients, and while it's cooking I'll do my veg dip. My tea is almost done steeping, so let's get started. Friends, I am feeling good. Did all that meal prep yesterday. My quiche turned out really good, so I will be chowing down on that for the rest of the week. Also made a little veggie dip. It's just very nice to have something around that makes eating a vegetable easy. I'm just trying to help myself out. That's something I want to commit to. Getting home from my long shifts at work and not having to do a bunch of cooking sounds great to me. Also did a little cleaning. It's a new day now, so I put my laundry in first thing this morning, and it'll be done in about 30 minutes, so all my clothes will be clean. I did a good workout this morning. I'm feeling good. I just made myself a little cup of green tea, and my roommate Mel has this little, I don't even know what it's supposed to be, but it's a great catch-all for a tea bag, so I'm gonna put my tea bag in there once my tea is done steeping. But it is time to dig into Notion. I made a video recently about pulling myself out of a rut, and I did a lot of kind of reset things in that video as well, so this is kind of like a reset light because I just did that very recently. Definitely check that out. I did a lot of cleaning in that video, dreaming and manifesting in a different format than I do here, that I think was and will be very beneficial. If you're looking for more, definitely check that video out. I'll link it down below. I have been feeling better since I made that video, which is a blessing. If you are new to the Cassie Paulsen Vlogs reset videos, I use Notion. Many people use it. I'm sure you've seen it, but if you haven't, you're about to. It's kind of like an online bullet journal kind of thing. It's very customizable, and I just have this little template that I go through and fill out every month. We're gonna start by reviewing February's goals and intentions, and then we're gonna move on to March. So let's dive in to Notion. Welcome to February. I think my tea is done, so I'm gonna pull it. I'm drinking green tea. I always like to have a fun beverage while I am doing my golden intentions. Life is all about setting the scene, okay? If you have been around for a sec, you will know I am all about the vibes. It's still too hot, but anyway, sorry to distract. This is February 2024. Oh boy, it feels like it went by very fast, and also it was a very emotion-filled month for me. I did not upload very consistently during this month. I had a lot going on mentally, had a mental breakdown last week. You can watch the rut video to hear all about it, but let's see how I did on the things I set out to do. I sort everything into these 5, I guess, sections. We have to keep, things I want to keep doing, to add, things I want to add in, things I want to let go of, goals I have, and then themes is kind of like anything can go here. It's just kind of the vibe I'm curating for the month. And then end of month reflection is something I go do on my own time for my eyes only. To keep, cooking 1 big dish per week for leftovers. I would say I did it maybe 2 out of the 4 weeks. Making plans and getting out of the house, I definitely did. I reached a point in January where I was like, seasonal depression's hitting so hard. I really do love just being in and reading my book, but also sometimes I really need to make an effort to get out and about into the real world. Definitely did more of this in February. Dreamy background music. I have been listening to a lot more music, but also podcasts. It's been really fun. And escapism. I am deep into Throne of Glass right now. I'm loving it. I've just started the tandem read and it's fabulous. Also, Mel and I started watching Love is Blind. Escapism is going great. To add, ease back into yoga, gym, and running. I would say the easing back in is the key phrase here. I definitely eased. I did yoga a few times. I went to the gym, I think once or twice, and I went on 1 run. And March, you will definitely see a theme of picking back up and really getting into it. Whimsy. For the first week of February, my friend was visiting me from France, and she just has a very whimsical attitude towards life. I think Valentine's Day is a very whimsical holiday. I think February generally has a fair deal of whimsy to it. At times this is hard, working a really rough customer service job, but I just wanted life to feel a little more magical this month, and I think I started to get there. I definitely had like flashes of it. A real night routine. This is something that I still need to work on. I really need to nail down how I want my night to go. The thing about reading a book that you're really into and that's really long is that I'm not gonna like read for 30 minutes before bed. Like, no, when I'm reading this book, I'm gonna read for like 2 hours, and I can't always do that before bed. So I feel like I almost need a before bed book that's different, or just a different routine. I don't know. I need to think that through. So I guess I did not do that. To let go of excess spending, I put a question mark, you may recall, because I had a friend visiting. It was also Valentine's Day. Like, there was a lot going on that required spending money, and I definitely spent a sickening amount of money for February. So March, we're actually gonna cut down on excess spending. I knew going into this month that I probably would spend a lot of money, and that was okay. And fear of uncertainty, I think I again have like kind of started to do this. I dipped my toe in February. I kind of have been detached from reality for a bit, and February I was like, ooh, let's see what it's like, and I'm feeling a little better now. Read Crescent City book 3. I wrote this thinking that I could read it right away because I had read Crescent City books 1 and 2, but then my roommate Mel started reading Crescent City book 3, and she said I needed to read all of Throne of Glass in order to read Crescent City book 3. So here we have start Throne of Glass, which I did in lieu of reading Crescent City book 3. We'll get to Crescent City someday. I don't know, I still have like 2,000 pages worth of Throne of Glass left. Celebrate Valentine's Day with my buddies. Yes, my Valentine's vlog is actually really fun and lovely. My friends and I went dancing, and we got a giant espresso martini, so it was a very successful celebration. And celebrate Henry, that's my boyfriend. He had a play open and close this month. It was also Valentine's Day. Definitely celebrated him to the fullest potential, which was great. And then next steps for my back pain, something I have been putting off since last March, I scheduled a physical therapy appointment. So yay, the first available appointment was March 5th, so we'll get into that in March, but I scheduled the appointment. And then themes over here, we have childlike wonder, dipped my toe into, hang out with buds. I spent a lot of time with my friends this month. Dreaming, yes, I had a dream session last week like I talked about. Believing in magic. I think I'm starting to re-believe. I really believe that life is quite magical and that things can happen that we really don't expect in bad ways, but also in good ways, and sometimes that's harder to believe than others. Seeking comfort in the darkness, definitely something I tried to do more this month, was instead of letting the darkness pull me down, kind of like find comfort either in people or activities or just like being cozy. I think I did a better job at this in February. Henry and I had a couple date nights. February was kind of a weird month. I had a friend visiting for a long time and then he's been sick off and on, but we had a couple date nights, which was good. February, I feel like I went into knowing it was gonna be kind of a weird month, and it was. Like I said, I am leaving it feeling far better than I entered, which I guess is all you can hope for. Honestly, I'm gonna say good riddance to February. I'm ready, I'm so ready for the winter to be over. That is the thing that is dragging me down, and I'm ready to jump into spring, so let's go. I think my tea is a much better temperature now. And welcome to March 2024. Like I said at the beginning of this video, March was when I began this concept last year. So I actually went back and looked at my March 2023 template. Funnily enough, I'm dealing with some of the same problems. So maybe a long-term goal is by March 2025, I hope to have some of my shit sorted, but we'll see. You know, life is a constant cycle. And I do think that the winter often presents similar issues. The spring often presents similar issues. Your energy really does come in cycles, and I have noticed that I get bursts and reductions of energy at similar times in the year. So I don't know why that is. But anyways, March. I'm very excited for March because the spring equinox is happening. I believe March 20th or 21st, which means it'll officially be spring. Days are gonna get longer and everything about life will be better, confirmed. I have on a shirt with some little flowers. I have on some little flowery earrings. This is also the first time, looking back through my past months, that I have used yellow as the theme for the month. So we've got a little bumblebee here and a little cautious field of flowers. So let's dive into March 2024. Things I want to keep doing: reading Throne of Glass. I don't know if I'll finish it this month. It depends on how busy I am, but certainly want to keep reading it. I've got a long ways to go. I want to keep doing Love is Blind nights with Mel. My roommate and I have been watching Love is Blind, and we just like hang out on the couch and eat snacks and watch this reality TV show together. It's been quite lovely. I love watching reality TV with friends specifically, but also I just love reality TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do, reality TV is the top of the top for me. And also going dancing. I've actually been going dancing a lot, and it's something I love. I want to keep doing it. I also have a friend visiting at the end of the month that I definitely want to take dancing. To add, I really need to get back into a gratitude practice. I think I've been growing very cynical. Working a customer service job, I'm a barista, I don't know if I've said this in this video, but working a customer service job is extremely disheartening after a while. It's really hard to not be treated like a human by most of the people you interact with during a day. People are just crazy, and it's really sad to experience for 30+ hours a week for your job. So I think I need to dig into gratitude to kind of combat that cynicism that is growing within me, because cynicism is not a natural state for me to be in. So we're gonna hopefully use some gratitude to pull us out. And by this I mean I really want to start writing down some gratitude. I think that's also something I need to think through a little more, what that looks like. Maybe it's a journal thing, maybe it's a phone thing, or maybe it's just like being intentional about sitting and being like, what was I grateful for today at the end of each day. I'm gonna say consistent movement. Now that I've eased back in, I want to really double down and be like, okay, I am moving my body. This is something that's happening in my life, and then I'm gonna keep up. I want to feel bodily good, and movement is a great pathway to feeling that way. And also trusting the process. I'm a little over a year into some long-term goals that I set for myself last year. I've been really consistent with YouTube for a little over a year now, and I think I'm reaching a point where I was hoping to be further along than I was. But when I look at my growth, it is huge, and I'm in a much different place than I was last year, and I think I need to do some first gratitude for that, but also trusting the process and trusting like, okay, I'm putting one foot in front of the other, I am seeing progress, and I just need to keep it up, and that's okay. Also with life, being 25 is hard. Okay, to let go of. Now we're gonna see excess spending coming up for real, because I spent a sickening amount of money in February. I don't want you to be concerned about me. I have savings, like everything's fine, but also I can slow my roll a little bit, and I think that's gonna be possible. And I'm also gonna let go of a winter. Good riddance to winter. I'm ready for spring. I have been since fall began. I'm ready to thrive. I'm ready for the sun. Every day I think about sitting on a park blanket in the sun, and just like, that's all I can wish for right now. And it's gonna happen soon. Goals this month, I wanna finish Throne of Glass. I think I can do it. I don't know if I'll be able to make too much headway in Crescent City, but maybe I will. Sometimes I surprise myself. I love to read. It's one of my primary sources of entertainment. I want to celebrate my anniversary with Henry. We are celebrating our 3-year anniversary on March 20th, which honestly is crazy. This is the longest relationship either of us have been in. We started dating right at the end of college, and we have seen a lot of change throughout our relationship and really been with each other through, I would say, the most rapidly shifting part of our lives thus far, at least mine, certainly. And I'm really excited to celebrate our love. 3 years. It's crazy. Bi-weekly uploads I have not been very consistent with, and I want to be. So March, I am doubling back in. We are uploading this March. It's gonna happen. Make sure you subscribe. Also, go to physical therapy. I already have one appointment scheduled. I assume I'll schedule my follow-up appointments at that appointment, but beyond this, also just like doing the exercises that they give me. I'm very excited to start physical therapy again. Very excited to not be in pain. And I also want to organize / decorate my kitchen. I moved into this apartment almost a year ago in April, and then Mel arrived, my roommate, in May. Decorating has been a slow process because we are not rich. We cannot buy all the things we want all at once. We started with our rooms. I have videos on it. Decorated the bathroom in November, October. I think we're ready for the kitchen, but we just need to sit down and be like, let's do this, and then move on to the living room. All the forces that be willing will hopefully sign our lease for 1 more year and just really make this house a home. So I want to do the kitchen this month. And then let's hop over to themes. I'm so excited for March. I really do think my life is gonna be better this month than it has been. So we're gonna start with celebration. March is starting off with my dad visiting me. I have a friend who's doing her bachelorette party this month. Henry and I are celebrating our anniversary. I have a friend visiting at the end of the month who's never visited me since I've lived in New York. Just gonna be a month of festivity. I'm really excited. Along with that, re-entering the flow of life that I desire, which is keeping promises to myself and movement and being consistent with YouTube. All these things have been really hard to maintain for me as seasonal depression got heavier and heavier and heavier, but I'm ready to re-enter and feel alive again. As I talked about in my rep video, you should just watch it. It's kind of a precursor to this video, I guess. Like I said, keeping promises to myself and others. Gossip. I've been listening to this podcast called Normal Gossip. The host reads an anonymous gossip story from the real world to a guest who then reacts to it, and I have been loving it. It's really, really fun. Profound gratitude. I really want gratitude to be a theme that permeates this month. I want to feel happy and excited about being alive again because I'm so lucky to be alive. There's so much to be grateful for. I'm 25. I live in New York City. I have such amazing friends and community, and I have a job that is serving me and allows me to work on things that I actually love. There's a lot to be grateful for, and I just need to dig in and be like, no, Cassie, like life is pretty good. Things are all right. So there you have it, everyone. March 2024. I'm looking forward to it. And there you have it, everyone. We are reset for the month of March. I'm sure you can tell, like, I'm genuinely really excited for March. I'm so excited and relieved that spring is right around the corner. I need that so bad. I'm really looking forward to proving to myself that I can keep promises, that I can keep up with movement and feeding myself and uploading and working on my dreams and believing in life and believing in myself. I think I've kind of lost trust with myself for a lot of that stuff over the last couple months, where life has just been very hard and seasonal depression is really hard. I talk about it a lot in my videos, but it's so true, and I think we're maybe all dealing with it to a degree, but if you're not, I definitely am. I think it's something big to acknowledge. Our expectations for what life should or will look like are not always what is possible for life and energy and mental health, and that's really hard. It's really hard to have a discrepancy between what we know we're capable of and what it feels like we are able to do in the moment. That sucks. That's a feeling that I really am uncomfortable with and have had a lot of interaction with over the last few months. I'm excited for things to start feeling easier, but alongside that, I'm also looking forward to keeping promises to myself, building back that trust with myself. Hopefully you're following me, but if not, that's okay. Following me like as in my train of thought, but also please subscribe. We have fun around here. I talk a lot about mental health and just life in New York City and riding the wave of my mid-20s. It's crazy out here. We're all trying our best and I'm trying right along beside you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope February was something that you needed, and even if it wasn't, listen, it's March now, so it doesn't matter. Just kidding, it always matters, but we can start to leave it behind now. I hope March is a fabulous month for you. Hope this gave you a little bit of excitement for spring looming. Please go do something that makes you happy today. You deserve it, and I am rooting for you. Here's to keeping promises to ourselves. Here's to spring approaching. Here's to falling back in love with life a little bit. I will see you again on Wednesday. Okay, bye.